If you're working in accounting or planning to, you've probably heard there are a lot of different certifications that you could obtain. It can be confusing, so in this video I'm going to discuss the most common types of certifications and why you might obtain them. To make things easier, I put the certifications into 5 categories. There are certifications related to public accounting, management accounting, auditing, forensic accounting, and investing and financial planning. Let's start with public accounting. Most countries have some type of license or certification for public accountants. In the United States, this is the CPA, which stands for Certified Public Accountant. The CPA is a professional license you obtain after passing a 4-part exam and obtaining work experience in accounting. Becoming a CPA allows you to do certain things that a non-CPA can't do, like start a CPA firm or sign an audit opinion. The CPA is the most highly regarded accounting credential in the US, and if you want to pursue a career in public accounting, your employer almost certainly will want you to become a CPA. While someone outside the US can technically become a CPA, most people outside the US would pursue a chartered accountant designation in their own country if they want to work in public accounting. To name just a few examples, India, Indonesia, South Africa, and Australia and New Zealand all have a chartered accountant designation. In Canada, you can become a chartered professional accountant, and in the UK, you can become an associate chartered accountant. There's also a public accounting credential that's not specific to any one country, and that's the ACCA. The ACCA is awarded by an organization that's based in the United Kingdom, but it's actually a global credential. The ACCA's exams are offered by the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, and topics include financial and managerial accounting, audit and assurance, taxation, financial management and business analysis, business law, corporate governance, and ethics. But what if you don't want to work in public accounting and would prefer to work in private industry? In that case, you might be interested in becoming a CMA or a CGMA. CMA stands for Certified Management Accountant. The CMA isn't a professional license like becoming a CPA or a CA. It's a global credential that's offered by the Institute of Management Accountants. You can obtain the CMA credential by passing a 2-part exam. Part 1 covers topics that are commonly covered in managerial accounting and financial accounting courses, and Part 2 covers topics that are usually covered in a corporate finance or investments course. The CMA has been around for decades, but in 2012 it got some competition. The AICPA, which is the organization in the US that makes the CPA exam, and the CIMA, which is Europe's largest association of management accountants, partnered to create the CGMA. CGMA stands for Chartered Global Management Accountant, and because it's relatively new, it doesn't have the same reputation as the CMA. Plus, when the CGMA was first created, the AICPA allowed its current members to purchase the CGMA designation for a fee. Thus, some of the people who have the CGMA credential didn't actually do anything to get it, which devalued the credential a bit. But enough about management accounting, let's move on to auditing. If you want to position yourself as a specialist in auditing, you could become a CIA, CISA, or CISSP. CIA stands for Certified Internal Auditor. To obtain the CIA, you need to pass an exam administered by the Institute for Internal Auditors. You'll also need to obtain work experience in auditing or a related area. CISA stands for Certified Information Systems Auditor. This credential is geared toward IT auditors. You'll need to pass an exam and get work experience in information systems auditing, control, or security. CISSP stands for Certified Information Systems Security Professional. This credential is for people interested in cybersecurity. With the increased focus on technology at accounting firms, credentials like the CISSP and the CISA might become increasingly important in the future. Now, if you're interested in fraud examinations and forensic accounting, you can become a CFE, which stands for Certified Fraud Examiner. To become a CFE, you have to pass an exam administered by the Association of Certified Fraud Examiners, and you have to have at least 2 years of fraud-related experience. Finally, if you're interested in helping clients with investing decisions and financial planning, you could become a CFA or a CFP. I don't personally see these as accounting certifications, but there are some accountants who hold these designations, so you might be interested. CFA stands for Certified Financial Analyst, and it's awarded by the CFA Institute. This is the designation you'd pursue if you want to manage an investment portfolio. Bear in mind that you're going to need to learn a lot of finance if you want to become a CFA. The exams have a reputation for being very difficult. CFP, on the other hand, stands for Certified Financial Planner, and people sometimes confuse the CFP with the CFA. But these are two very different credentials. The CFA exam focuses on investment management, whereas the CFP exam covers a broad range of topics related to financial planning. Thus, a CFA is more likely to work for a large institution, perhaps managing a portfolio or working as an analyst. A CFP would be more likely to work with individuals, perhaps helping them set up a college savings fund, to save for retirement, or engage in tax and estate planning. So which certifications are right for you? Well, it depends on your career goals. If you want a career with a large public accounting firm in the US, you need to become a CPA. If you're already working in public accounting and you want to switch to working in private industry, you might consider becoming a CMA. If you're pursuing a career in internal auditing, you might become a CIA. And if you simply like having lots of letters after your last name, you can try and get every single certification. I'll put links in the description section below so you can learn more about how to obtain each of these credentials.